Hi, my name is Gracie Patton, and today I'm going to be reviewing all of my vintage and to some extent modern patterns, because I don't have very many modern patterns. And I'm defining vintage as 1920 and after. And this is a second video in a little series that I am doing where I reviewed all of my historical patterns, and I figured it would also be fun to review my vintage patterns. So let's get started. And the first pattern that I have is this 1940s jacket pattern that's like a reprint by Eva Dress. And Eva Dress is a company that makes reprinted vintage patterns. I bought this for a class that I was taking, and then I ended up missing the second part of the class, and I did not make a jacket, and the fabric that I bought was not very good for a jacket anyway, but I think it's kind of a cool pattern. I'd like to make it eventually. Now let's go into the file folder. I have two patterns in here that I frequently use. This pattern is Simplicity 1940s overalls and shirt pattern, and this is an amazing pattern. It's so useful, it's so versatile. I've used this to make like a 1940s cropped blouse. I have a video about that, and I have a video in the works about using this to make a 1940s shirt dress. So keep an eye out for that. But this is the best pattern. One of my favorite 40s patterns. This, I don't know why this is in my frequently used box, but I think I wanted to make this blouse. This is just another 40s pattern. I've never used it, but I've seen other people use it to good results. I also have two patterns in envelopes. This is just how I keep patterns that I drafted from books, so those are not really pertinent to this video. Now I have my 1940s swimsuit pattern. I recently released a video about making a swimsuit from this pattern, and I quite like this pattern. I think it's super cute. This is my knitting patterns, so not pertinent. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here is a PDF pattern that I printed out, and this has the all-well box top, which is a modern pattern that makes basically a really nice t-shirt pattern, except out of like a knit or out of a woven fabric. And my friend has made a shirt from this to good effect, and I have made one, and I'm in the process of making a second. And I feel like it's a good pattern for people who are wanting to learn how to sew and wanting to start making their own clothes, the all-well box top. Next, we have another PDF pattern. This is a 1940s swimsuit pattern that I used last summer to make my swimsuit. And yeah, I really enjoyed this pattern. I think the swimsuit top of this pattern is really cute. Now we have two more patterns here, 1940s overall and 1940s blouse. So the overalls are the wearing history overalls, which I have not yet made, but I am super excited to make them because I think they're very nice looking. And then the blouse, I have not yet made this blouse pattern either. And I got the blouse pattern online, printed it out, and I thought it looked like a nice 1940s blouse, but I haven't gotten around to making it yet either. We have two more PDF patterns here. One is a 1940s dress that I have not gotten around to making yet, but I think is a very professional look, and so I'm looking forward to making that. And I think Lauren of American Duchess made a dress from this pattern that was really quite stylish. There's also the Seren Sundress from Tilly and the Buttons, and I'm about to cut this pattern out, so I'm excited to try it. I think the pattern illustrations are really cute. Last two in the file folder. Wearing history 1940s sailor costume or sailor suit. So there's a blouse, a skirt, and shorts. I really should make this because I think it looks really cute, and I feel like it's a really versatile pattern because there's 3 different garments. And then also by wearing history is the 1940s World War II era coveralls. I bought these thinking I would make them and wear them, but now I don't see myself wearing a jumpsuit like this. I think it's an interesting pattern. I think it might be interesting to try making, but I can't imagine myself wearing this like for everyday wear. I would have to be like doing some sort of living history impression to actually wear this, I think. So I don't know if I'm gonna make this anytime soon. Clear it off the table, and now we have this monster box of patterns. The vast majority of these are commercial patterns along with a few original vintage patterns, and they are arranged in order of brand and in order of time period. There's like the simplicity section, and within the simplicity section it's ordered old to new. So let's get started from the top. This is a vintage pattern, a true vintage pattern, not a reprinted one. And I have just been enamored with this dress forever, and when I saw it on Etsy, or the pattern on Etsy, for a reasonable price, I purchased it, and I'm really excited to make a dress out of this. I don't know what fabric I'll use yet, because I find it sometimes kind of difficult to pick fabric for 1940s dresses, but I think it's really cute with the puff sleeves and the sweetheart neckline. There's also this little shirt dress pattern, and this I think I found in a thrift shop in like southwestern Washington state, and I think, yeah, this was a mail order pattern, so it comes with the envelope that the person ordered it in. So in the 1930s and 40s, you could like write to a catalog, and they would send you a sewing pattern in a mail envelope, and so it's always kind of cool to see the patterns that people purchased through the mail. Next, we have a 1940s ice skating and roller skating dress pattern. And I got this for Christmas because I really thought it would be interesting to make a 1940s ice skating dress because they're very cute. They're short and twirly, and I think this might be the origins of skater skirts because it's the same silhouette as a modern skater skirt. And now we get into the commercial patterns. So let's grab some Simplicity here. We have a Simplicity 1930s like underwear set that I have not made, but it's very cute. Oops. 1930s interchangeable sleeves, also have not made, also super interesting. It's kind of cool that they sold interchangeable sleeves where you could make a dress and then have different sleeves depending on what you wanted to put on your dress. And there's this 1930s Simplicity dress. I've never made this, but I think it's cute. Another 1930s dress, which I have not made, but which I quite like. Now we have this Simplicity 1930s puff sleeves dress. I've not made this, but I've seen a lot of other people make it to pretty good results. I would like to make this, I just have not gotten around to it. There's also this 1940s dress, which I would like to make. I feel like the pattern illustration for the original 1940s version is really cute, but I don't think that the way they dress the model really works. It looks like, for some reason, her hair looks wet, which is kind of strange. I don't know why they did that. But the dress itself is pretty cute. So I'd like to make this eventually. In some more Simplicity patterns. Oof. 1940s evening dress. Have not made. 1940s, I don't even know what to call this, like James Bond dress. I actually have made this, and I did it button all the way down the front, and I wore this as like kind of a coat dress throughout high school, and it was really cozy, and I really liked it. This is a 1940s blouse, which I have not made, but I think it looks like it would be pretty cute, especially with the tie back. I feel like that would be pretty flattering. 1940s suit set. I like this well enough. I'm not a huge fan of suits that don't have lapels, and this doesn't have a lapel, so I don't know that I would actually make it, but the skirt looks like it might be a nice pattern. And I have the same problem with this suit set. This version of the suit doesn't have a lapel, and I just don't really like jackets without lapels or collars. But again, I think the skirt could be nice. I feel like the version B is pretty cute, and that has a little collar, so maybe I would consider making that. Then there is this, which is a blouse, bolero, and skirt set, and I think this is actually pretty cute. I like the shape of the skirt. I think the bolero is kind of cute. I've not made it though. Then there's an apron pattern. I've not made this, but I think it would be really adorable. I really like the heart-shaped apron. Then there's this 1940s pattern, which I haven't made, and I don't know that I will. This is not really my style, but I think the way they dressed the model in this looks really nice. I think I like her hat, and I like the gloves. I feel like they did a really good job styling this pattern cover, which they don't always do. Then there's this 1950s blouse, and I have made this as a halter top, and I wore that top, and then I sold it. I thought it was a pretty good pattern. I've seen other people make like the bikini top version, and I thought that was a cute version. And last among the Simplicity patterns is this 1950s swim dress. which I have not made, but Retro Claude has made, and her swim dress is so cute, so I'm kind of tempted to make one. Now we have the McCall's patterns, of which I don't have as many as the Simplicity patterns. Yeah, it's just like 3. So I have a 1920s coat pattern from McCall's. I don't see myself making this, but I thought it looked cool when I got it, and I think it was like 99 cents. A 1933 McCall's dress. I think this is actually really flattering, and I would consider making this. And then a 1940s kind of button-down dress, which, I don't know, it looks like it might be nice, so maybe I'll make it. Now we have the Butterick patterns. Let's see. There is this kind of like aviator-inspired outfit. I've heard of people making this and finding it extremely difficult, but I think that the jodhpurs look super cool. So, I don't know, I would kind of like to make it. There's this 1940s dress, which honestly I don't like that much. Another 1940s dress, which I don't like very much either. I don't know why I got this. This is another 1940s dress, which I do quite like. I think it's very flattering looking with the V-neck, and I would definitely see myself making that. A 1950s dress that I've seen made, and it looked really nice when other people made it, but I don't really like the big 1950s skirts on myself, so I don't know if I would make this. Here's a 1950s like kind of sheath dress along with a wide skirt option, and I feel like this would look really pretty on someone else, but I don't see myself making it. And a little 1960s sundress, which I would definitely make this. I think this looks really cute and really comfortable. On to, I have one vintage Vogue pattern. It's for a swimsuit, and I've been making a lot of vintage swimsuits, so maybe I should make this one. This is original design 1960. That might be kind of interesting. Now let's go on to the modern-ish patterns that I have. We have this coat pattern. This is one of Gertie's patterns, and I liked this at the time, but now I have a really good coat, so I don't see the need to make another coat. A dirndl pattern. I have made this, and it's very cute. I'd like to remake it though, but if you're looking for a dirndl, I feel like this is a pretty good pattern. Here's another kind of dirndl inspired dress that has lacing up down the front. And this is very cottagecore. I'm surprised this pattern hasn't made a resurgence, but I think it's quite cute and I would like to make it. This is like a vintage inspired 1930s Snow White costume that was made for the 80th anniversary of Snow White, which is kind of interesting. And I have made the skirt, and it's actually a really excellent skirt pattern. It's a very nice shape. I got this, and I don't ever see myself wearing this. I'm not into cosplay. I think I was just interested by the shorts. This is another one there where it was on sale, and I got it, but I don't really see myself making it. There's like a fascinator and like a little thing to wear over your dress. I don't know. This is just kind of a weird pattern. This is a wrap dress pattern, and honestly, I feel like I'm actually really excited to make this because I've been looking for more wrap dresses, like the one that I'm wearing. And I find that you can alter a modern wrap dress pattern to look very similar to vintage wrap dresses because the shaping is often very similar. So I'm excited to use this pattern to make a more vintage inspired wrap dress. This is just like a sweetheart neckline, cap sleeve, just kind of cute. I saw this, I was like, oh, I might wear that. So I purchased this. This, I'm not sure that I would wear this, but the shaping is kind of interesting, so maybe. But it's one of the easy patterns, and I find that the easy patterns by commercial pattern companies sometimes have kind of weird construction. So I would probably make this and not follow the instructions at all. And then this is a men's pattern for a jacket. So I was going to make for my dad and then didn't. So sorry, Dad, if you're watching this. Let's see. Now I have some more vintage patterns that were in this box. This is a big, fluffy 1940s dress. I just thought this was super interesting, and I found it for a very good deal. I feel like it would be really fun to twirl around in if I ever went like square dancing or something, but that's not something I'm currently doing. This is a slip pattern, which I think is just excellent, and I would really like to make a slip from this because I think it's very cute. I like the shape of the bodice. This is a pajama pattern, and if I remember correctly, this has like a different pattern inside it. Like the pattern inside it is for a different garment. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on with this. And then this is a 1940s dress pattern that I have made at least once. And I wore this dress to death until it like kind of ripped apart. And I really like this pattern. And my last few patterns are by two indie pattern designers. There's the Françoise dress by Tilly and the Buttons, and I made this, and I found it kind of wide in the back. And so I actually made two versions. I have like a kind of Wednesday Addams inspired one with long sleeves and a white collar that I wear from time to time. And then I made one in red corduroy with short sleeves, and I didn't wear that one very much, so I cut off the skirt and put on a longer skirt from the same fabric because I had a lot of the fabric. And now I wear that dress a lot, so kind of worked, but it's a cute pattern if this is your style. There's also this Sew Over It pattern. I'm quite fond of Sew Over It patterns. I think they're very pretty. This is a 40s tea dress, and I've made this like 3 times, and the first time I made it, it worked great, and then the next 2 times the fit was not very good, so I don't know what happened. But now the original one that I made is too small, so I think I have to give that away, which is kind of sad, but maybe I'll revisit this pattern and make another version of it. And actually last, this is a new pattern that my boyfriend got me for my birthday, and it is a little like beachy set with a little bloomers and skirt and a little cropped top, and I feel like this will be really cute just for summer, and I'm excited to make this pattern. I think I'm gonna make a video about following it. Whew, that's a lot of patterns. I definitely have more patterns than I probably need, but I've been collecting sewing patterns for probably 5 or 6 years, so this is not bought all at once. Anyway, thank you to you for watching. Thanks to Ollie for his help in filming and editing this video. And let me know if you are interested in trying any of these patterns, if you've tried any of them before, or if you have any questions, please leave a comment. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!